start with opening statement from Coach Shea, then take questions.
Well, just want to compliment my team. I really proud of how well we played and the shots we made in the second half. We really, if it wasn't for Shea, I'm not sure we'd have been leading at halftime. I thought she really carried us in the first half when we were really struggling. Came off the bench and really was a difference for us. 3 out of 5 from 3, 4 out of 8. She got us 5 rebounds, had 2 assists, no turnovers, and 3 block shots. No turnovers. Great job. And, the first 5 minutes of the game, we had 6 turnovers. I was very disappointed in with that. But after that, we seemed to settle down. We ended up with 9 in the first half. And, Jeff, he's experiencing a little bit what I've had to experience. His best player was out tonight. Gabby Gregory was averaging 21 for him and has just been a monster. And we've spent a lot of time game planning for her in the last 3 days. And, I hate that for him and them. We just played really well. That's probably one of the best games we've played in the whole year. I thought our transition, and we talked about it at halftime, I thought our transition was really good offensively. I thought we could do some other things. We had 12 offensive boards at half. So that's the thing that Hattie and Dee have been giving us when we're not shooting it well. Between those two, Shea came in and got us some offensive boards. Thought they were really good. We had forced 11 turnovers at halftime and ended up with forcing 24 for the game. And that's always a great indicator of how hard we're playing, is how many turnovers that we're forcing. So, again, I'm proud of my team. I thought we really, especially in the second half, and of course the crowd, I want to compliment our crowd again. It got pretty loud in there when a couple things happened. Sonia showed a lot of toughness tonight, y'all. She didn't play well in the first half. Comes out in the second half. I started her on the bench. And then she comes in and makes 5. I think she made 5 in a row. Rory has 13 assists. I think 5 of them were to her in the corner. And so just really pleased with our team. I thought Hattie was super active defensively. Gets 5 rebounds, but helps us so much. She has 3 steals. She's a great help defender, shot blocker, rebounder. I mean, she just really does a lot down there and gets a lot done. And so, hey, it's the first of 18, right? Now we got to go on the road and play 2 on the road. And, that's always a different animal in and of itself. So, but I'm proud of them today. They should feel good about themselves because they played really well. I mean, I'll finish with this. The stat line that Rory has, when you look at 15, 8, and 13 assists, that's being involved, y'all. That's being involved a lot and making lots of good decisions. So she's got 5 decisions that probably weren't real good, but that's okay. We won't talk too much about them.
At least it's 13 to 5.
Yeah. It's almost 3 to 1. Yeah.
Either Shea or Rory, since y'all won the conference tournament last year, but didn't win the regular season title, you guys go into Big 12 play, do you view yourself as the Hunters or the Hunters?
Well, we're definitely the Hunters right now. I mean, we're getting it. We're getting it. We're understanding that when we share the ball, when we play defense, when Hattie gets 20 rebounds a game, we're understanding that this is what we need to do to win basketball games. And we actually came into this game and said we really don't we don't need to lose anymore. That's what we said. Like, we don't need to do that. If we do our job, everybody does their job, we should be fine. So.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. We're definitely the Hunters, and that's always going to be our mentality, no matter what the ranking is or whatever's coming. That's always going to be what we want to do.
Hey, Rory, just a tremendous game, obviously, with the 13 assists. I mean, just kind of like take us through like what you're seeing on the floor, like kind of as the game goes on. Like, can you kind of feel like your teammates are going to be in the open spots where you need to hit them, or just kind of take us through kind of this game and like, how you're able to rack up all this?
Well, it starts in practice. Like, that's exactly what we do in practice. I mean, I attack the paint. If I got my shot, I got it. Like, I get to the spot. I see a spot, I get to it first. They're usually, like, the shooters are going to be on the three-point line, so I know where they're at. As soon as I get to my spot, and if it's my shot, I'll take it. But if it's not, and I drew a couple people, then I dish it out. I think we're going to win the horse game most of the time. So, that's just, I mean, that also just comes with IQ. And when the defense is like discombobulated, that's when I know like I can find shooters immediately. Or even like Hattie and Deanna run the floor really hard. If everybody's caving in on them, I know everybody on the outside is open. So
It's coming.
I'm
I can
trying.
feel it.
I felt it today, but you know it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I like the hustle plays. I'm gonna always try to make them. So when I see the opportunity, I'll definitely go for it. Yeah. I mean, it was just chasing her down, then trying to be athletic, not get a foul. So it worked out.
Well, it's not anything shocking or surprising to anybody here. Teammates, fans, they know what Shea does. I knew she was gonna get it. So.
Thanks, Rory.
What do you feel about the depth of the team to have Shea come in the first half off the bench and do what she did, and Tanya come in the second half and do what she did?
Well, Shea, I need her to play like this. This is what she did last year about this time. And it creates some real competition, I think, in practice. And it just gives me a level of confidence with Shea because she's the fastest player on our team. She's certainly equal or more athletic than anyone on our team. She can make those chase down plays like we saw tonight. It's not the first time she's done that. I just need her to be that hustle player. She hadn't been rebounding lately, and I got on her for that. And she rebounded tonight and made some effort to get some others that she didn't get. But I need her to be that big guard that can get us 5, 6, 7 rebounds a game. Shaylee and Sonia tend to stand around and watch and hope that Dee and Hattie get them, or Amina, and that's just not it. Jacquelinga's a good rebounder. So if I can get Shea to rebound now, that might make those other two think about rebounding. And because it's a total game, right? You don't get to just be a shooter. You got to guard, you got to defend, you got to rebound, you got to pass. And so I just, I've had some brief conversations with Shea in the past, I'd say couple of weeks, just about, handle the ball. You're a guard, handle the ball, make shots. And I told her today in shoot around, it'd be really good if you this would be a great time to make some shots. And she made some shots. I mean, we don't have whatever we were up at half. Like it's way closer if Shea Holly isn't playing for the University of Texas at halftime. So she really carried us when we were really struggling to score. So I'm proud of her. I'm happy for her. There's not anybody that works any harder. She's a hard worker. And she's a trier, so as I say. So I'm happy for her to see her have the success that she's having.
She had, you feel Rory's kind of back at that Big 12 tournament level she was at last year, or just still?
Yeah, there's room in my mind. I've actually clipped some stuff for her, and I haven't had a chance to watch it with her. Just showing her, how hard I've seen her go, and I think sometimes thinks she's going really, really hard, but she's only going really hard. And she's got that next gear, and when she's got that next gear, Danny, it's just really hard to deal with her. And all she's doing is coming down and allowing people to maybe guard her or stay with her, and she's got to get that next gear. So I think. She's got a great stat line tonight. She had one the other night, but I mean, I have really high expectations for. I coach her as hard as I coach Blair. And when I coached her, I just have some really high expectations for her, and in all areas, on the floor, off the floor. she sets the tone in my mind. And when the tone alters from where it needs to be, she's the one I go to. So that's the responsibility that she has and the accountability she needs to have. So, and I think she understands that. It just comes with being who I think she needs to be and who I want her to be. Nobody wants her to be better than me. And so I do think she's got another level. And I know that's a lot, but I think she's got it. And it's my job to try to get it out of her. And I'm going to keep coaching her and demanding of her because I think she's got it. And when she's got it, man, really makes our team really special.
Defensively, what did you like most about your performance tonight?
Well, I mean, obviously 41 points, it's really hard. I mean, they got a bunch of players on that team that can really score it. I'm not real thrilled. I think we left them, they missed some shots that they were open. But sometimes when you're having to deal with pressure and you got people guarding you really close and then all of a sudden you're open, it's like, oh my God. And they, you might rush it a little bit. So, I thought we rotated and got a couple charges, which was great. We've got to be smarter on some of the others, but I like our 24, forcing 24 turnovers. I liked our energy on the ball with Rory. And again, I think that permeates through our team. When you see someone like her and she's doing her job and she's really up, and then everybody else kind of plays a little harder. But I think, as I've told her and I've told my team, I need more than one. Well, Hattie now has turned into that player for us at the 5, which you need your 5 player to be a really good helper, whether it's rotating to take a charge, blocking a shot, altering a shot, whatever. And I thought Hattie was in the right place tonight a bunch. And she's only going to get better the more she plays. Like she just needs to play. So excited about that. And now we got to get Sonia and Shea, because this one's going to play hard. She may not be in the right place all the time. She's always going to play hard. Like that's a given. Like that's all she knows. And so that's why I can play her and I can play with her mistakes because she makes them going hard. I can live with that. I can't live with someone that isn't playing hard and they're still making mistakes. That's hard for me. And so that's the piece with Shea. And again, I'm pretty demanding of her too, but I just think she's got it in there. And I want like tonight, I just think she can bring that to the table every night. I mean, y'all, they were running out at her. After she made those shots in the first half, like they knew where she was on the floor. I'm not sure that's happened in her career, but it happened tonight. Well, don't worry. Everybody in our league's going to get that film. She's now become somebody that they're going to have to pay attention to. And that won't be the last zone we see, I promise you.
Yeah, I'm confident this is team. How Rory's playing is kind of how she's doing this.
Yeah, I mean, we always look to Rory. I think she, like Coach said, she sets the tone and we look to her for that. And we all trust her. I think there's no other person on the team we would want to set the tone. So it's really nice. We always know what we're getting out of Rory. She's going to go 110%. She's going to play hard, so you don't have to worry about that. And she's always she knows where we are on the, she can get us the ball where we need the ball. She's really good at getting people the ball in their spots to get good shots, which is super important, which I think is really key for the success and just being able to get good looks, especially against the zone. And Kansas State's super long, so it was sort of hard to get in there, but she's good at that. So.
Thank you.
It seemed like she was all right. She was jumping up and down after Lisa's basket, but how was the other?
I think she's okay. Yeah. And just took an awkward, spill down there, but it's pretty special, Danny, when you see our team and the emotional involvement that they are with each other, and they see someone like Anissa who's done nothing but given of herself to us, to our team, her teammates, to this program. When she has success like that, and to see everybody so excited, and it wasn't just our team, it was everybody in that building tonight. I mean, that's pretty special. I mean, that's just something that you're so happy for the kid. She made a pretty good move, by the way. And so, it's really cool to see her having that success. But Dee's fine, and I may have some. You're going to ask me at some point, so we may have an update on Taylor maybe this week sometime. So she's feeling good. We got one more obstacle before we can maybe try to work her back in a little bit. So we'll see. But yeah, I think she's okay. Hey, appreciate y'all being here. Happy New Year. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you. Happy holidays.